world? And welcome to the Mecca of Mastery TV. I am your host, Mecca. If it is your mission to become the greatest version of yourself in every area of life, then guess what? You're in the right place. I'm so excited about this video because in this episode, we are speaking about spiritual development. And the topic of this video is how to heal yourself. Let's get straight into the video. So, I always say this, if you know me, you know my past is crazy. I've been through a lot. My dad died when I was 13 years old. I was molested and raped between the ages of 8, 10. I lost my virginity at 11 years old. I became an alcoholic around 17 years old. I was a stripper for 7 years. I sold my body to men for thousands of dollars. I gave myself, I was a manipulator. I was a habitual liar. I just was bad, you know. I didn't love myself. I did not. I did horrible things to myself. I did horrible things to people. I was so manipulative. And when I decided that I wanted more, when I got to a point where I saw that things weren't changing for me in my life, I said, listen, what is it? What's going on? I made the decision to change, to become more, to do more, to stop lying, to stop giving my body away, to stop drinking, to become healthy, to do the things that, you know, was good for me. You know, the things that were going to make me thrive, come in alignment with my soul, with my higher self. When I started to do this, I felt blockages. It's easier said than done. You may have had situations, or you might be at a point in your life when you said, okay, I'm ready for this, honey. Put my boxing gloves on, ready for this fight to become better. Soon as you start to become better, some things happen. Some people come back in your life that you know you don't want to be around, but you still go towards them, and you have sex with this person when you know you shouldn't. You spend money uncontrollably when you said you're going to save for the house. You can't get it together when it comes to the eating habits and you trying to be healthy. You can't get it together with no discipline going to the gym. You can't get it together in this relationship. You love this woman, you love this man, but you can't stop cheating. It's always a blockage, even though you really want to move forward. You really want to, but you don't know why. Here's what happened to me, how I figured out why. The thing is, when you get to that point in your life and you get tired of yourself, you start to look. You start to go towards the right thing, the right direction. But you also get stuck because when you start to go in the right direction, you realize that in order for you to go in the right direction, there's some truths that you have to face about yourself. That all along, the reason why you were not going in the right direction because you were never facing these truths about yourself. So, when you come to that point, you have to face these truths about yourself. They are so uncomfortable because nobody wants to believe that they are a liar. Nobody wants to believe or accept that they're not disciplined, that they can't focus, that they're addicted to scrolling on social media. They're addicted to somebody that don't deserve them. They keep having sex with this man that they know is not treating them wrong. Nobody wants to admit that to themselves. So they say, okay, I'm just going to go back to the way that I was going, because that way that is truth is uncomfortable. The truth, when you face it, you have to heal it. When you fall off of a bike and you get a scar, you got this open sore. Every day your parents putting Neosporin on it. Coconut oil is better. Putting coconut oil on it, you healing it, you washing it, you cleaning it. You might have to stitch it up. You're putting a bandage over it. And you keep putting ointment over it. And you keep putting ointment over it until the wound turns into a scar. We do this when we fall down. But we don't do this with the things that happens to us. We don't nurture those wounds. Even though we will always live with the scar, you have to heal the wound. I had so many wounds. When my dad died, I felt like he left me. I was mad at the Creator, God, whatever we want to call it, the higher power. I said, why did you take my daddy away from me? That was the only person that understood me, my best friend. I had this wound. I would go and I would talk outside like my daddy could hear me and say, this man did this to me. This man played me. This man hurt my heart. You left me at 13 years old. I don't know how I should be treated by a man. And I carried that around with me until I faced the fact that my dad only did what he could do. He died at a young age because of the information that he had. That's all he knew how to do. That's how he knew how to live. I had to go back to that wound to forgive my dad and to say thank you for being the dad that you were up until the point that I had you. To say I was grateful and blessed to have you up until the age of 13. To say I'm sorry for the lack of knowledge that you had during your time here on earth. To send him love, to send me that child love. See, healing is when you forgive. When you go back to an experience or a time in your life and you confront it. You forgive yourself. You forgive the people that was a part of that process, a part of that situation. Healing is sending love out. Because once you send love out, it comes back to you. And the crazy thing about it is we never stop healing. When I started this journey about 5 years ago, I thought, wow, here I am writing letters. Here I am doing all this healing work. I'm getting over things. I stopped dancing, going on 3 years celebration of no sliding down nobody's pole. Been sexing the same man for over a year. Not lying, well, I do be lying saying I'm 5 minutes away when I'm really 15 minutes away. But you know what I mean, not habitually lying. And I still have all these healing things to do. I look up and I think, when is this going to stop? It never stops. Never. And that's the beauty of it. That healing never stops. Because there's always something going on with us. But until you go back into yourself, until you dig deep and you face those things and you send love to all of that and you forgive the people that hurt you or that was alone, that process and that situation of that wound. Until you do that and you send love and genuinely send love, you will always have these blockages. Because until you heal yourself, you won't be able to thrive. You have blockages in your life that will stop you. Stop you from becoming the greatest version of yourself, from living your best life possible. Because when you go to do things that are great for you, you have the blockages in your mind that say, nope, you can't do that. Nope, you shouldn't do that. Because remember this type of man hurt you, so you don't be open. Instead of sending love to the type of man that hurt you, and for you to move forward so you can have great relationships, you don't be able to do that until you heal yourself. So here's a few ways to heal yourself. First way, journaling. Write it out. Write out your thoughts. Write out how you feel. Have a daily journal. I practice every day. I have a daily practice of journaling. I schedule out 10 to 20 minutes and I'll write. I'll write. Sometimes every Sunday I have a healing ritual. Sometimes I write for 3 hours. And I have this ritual where I will burn the letter. I will write out the nasty negative thoughts or feelings that I'm holding towards other people or even to myself, the limiting beliefs and doubts I have within myself. I ask the universe for guidance, to strengthen where I'm weak at, and I burn it. Write it out. You have to let it out of you. Another way to detox and to heal yourself is through meditation and prayer. To speak to yourself, to imagine yourself being more. Because when you see something, you believe it. We see what we believe. We believe what we see. You will not believe it until you see it. So you got to see it in your mind. And you have to see it in your heart. So I will sit and meditate 20 to 30 minutes, speaking to myself, connecting with the higher power, aligning with the higher self that I am, aligning with my soul. Becoming more, healing myself, going back in and forgiving myself for the things that I've done to myself that I knew was not good for myself, for my soul, or for other people. You have to go in and do that. Heal myself with crystals. The crystals have energy. Crystals have energy. A great book is to read up on is the Crystal Bible, and this is also a great book to read on. It teach you about crystals and the power of crystals and what they do for you. You know, some crystals, especially like amethyst, you know, very powerful. Protects your aura, give you energy, blocks out negative energy, blocks out electric magnetic fog from you. You know, it's amazing what these crystals can do. Reiki, gong bath meditation. It's always sounds. Our bodies are vibration. We are vibration, we're energy, and sounds carry a certain high frequency of energy. Sounds of nature, sounds of a gong, sounds of everything natural. In our world right now, we have sounds that's of low vibration, of cars and machinery, and you know, music that is not good. Very, very, very negative, destructive music. So when you align yourself with just natural, beautiful sounds of the rain and water, and just listening to the air and the trees and the wind blow and the birds and the gong, it really puts you at peace, and it allows you to have peace within yourself. It sounds crazy to some people, but it's the most beautiful thing that you can do. You have to heal yourself to become your greatest version of yourself, not only for yourself, but for other people around you. The work that you do is not only just for you. There's people watching you always. Be the light for somebody. Be the love for somebody. Be inspiration for somebody else. And to do that is by doing it for yourself. I love you, and I hope that you love this video. You share it with somebody that you love. Send it off to them, because sharing is caring. Make sure that you like and you subscribe. And I always say here at Mecca Mastery TV that I encourage you to become the greatest version of yourself in every area of life. So you go out into the world. You kick a whole lot of action. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do anything, because you can do whatever you put your mind to. I love you. I'm sending my love and my peace and my gratitude your way. Until next time, I see you in the next episode. Peace.